Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Thank you. Now enjoy the show.
Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to the episode of RAERAEs Review where me and my homegirl Erin are going to let you know what happened on this week's episode of RuPaul's Drag Race. All-Stars Season 10, Episode 11. This was a tournament and we want to welcome Erin to the stage. Yes. Erin, where you at, girl?
Oh, just kidding. I had my mute on. Sorry, just kidding. Thank you for having me. Thank you, aunts and uncles, for joining the show. Ray, thank you for having me.
Of course. Couldn't do it without you. May have to one day or another, but still can't do it without
you. Yes.
Ooh-wee.
I'm ready. I enjoyed this episode.
I think a lot of us did.
Yes. Yes. Had all kinds of things in it.
All kinds. I mean, it's a lot going on because, girl, we got a lot to talk about. Y'all, we might be here at least an hour, y'all. Just saying. Because my notes page is almost a full length, child. I mean, of course, we got some, gossip to talk about. You know how we do. Some, stuff we say and about what's been going on in between all the talent. Was it? Wait, let me get. I wrote it down this time. Where is it? The dang it, where I put it. You know what I'm trying to say? Uniqueness.
Oh, creativity, uniqueness, nerve, and talent.
Where I put it down? I wrote it down, dag nabbit.
You forgot the C.
There it is. Charisma.
There we go.
Uniqueness.
Nerve.
Thank you, girl. And it's written. See, my writing is totally.
Whatever. I just said creativity instead of charisma. So,
I mean,
listen, folks, you weren't here for the accuracy.
But let's start over. Okay, for real, y'all. Charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent. And this is more of the talent portion because they're giving us all kinds of showcasing who they is to everybody. That was the maxi challenge, y'all. But the mini challenge, we had the reading room, baby. And baby, they was reading each other. Rule came in. But anyway, it's a lot going on. We got the mini challenge, the maxi challenge. We also got a little tea, of course. We're going to be spilling stuff inside and outside of these drag race walls, child. Erin always got something to say, child, because Erin being in the streets more than I do.
But, yeah, I have too much time on my hands. I've been watching. I've been watching the commentary. Shout out to, and I'll list my sources, but shout out to everybody who keeps their ear to the ground.
Okay, I heard a little something, but it's pretty much the same. Almost the same. Well, I heard less than, but it was the same things that Erin heard. So it really wasn't nothing to me, child. I was like, oh, okay. And we got a little salty salt going on with Mistress. Girl, just to hear some of her drag race sisters just give their opinions. We're all pretty much saying the same thing for the most part, But it was good. Of course, the runway was fire. Lip sync was on point. I'm just saying, it was good in the practice. And we're going to get into it. But listen, y'all. Again, we want to thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. We love you for everything. Don't forget to like and comment We want to hear what you got to say. We want to go back and forth. It's totally interactive. And, nothing's too harsh as long as you ain't being disrespectful. And, of course, we represent everybody. So just remember pronouns and all that stuff when you're referencing folks. And if you don't know, ask. Because I do. I still do, child. Because sometimes I don't be knowing.
Yep. We're all learning. It's an evolution. Keep it cute,
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Please do. Now, like I said, it's a whole lot going on in this episode. I was finishing up this little tuna and crackers I made. It was so good, girl. Oh my God. Okay, by the way, have you seen those flavored tuna packets that be in the packets, not the cans or the jars? They're really cute for a little snack.
I think you told me about this before. Did you have the lemon pepper one?
Girl, baby Grand loved lemon pepper. but a few moments ago, I had the spicy Thai.
Oh, that's interesting.
It was juicy. It's good. Drain a little bit of the liquid out, and I used some vegan mayo and some pepper. That's all I need, child. It was good. Oh, and some vegetable flavored some people crackers, Ritz.
Oh, okay. I bet the vegetable flavor gave it a little extra.
It did, girl. Love me some. I can't do nothing bland. I'm sorry. If it's bland, that means I'm sick and I really can't taste it no way. So, but anywho, yeah, girl, I like flavor. Mm-hmm. As long as they're all meshing together. But anywho, what you have for lunch?
You know what? I had a late breakfast, so I have not done lunch yet. So
okay. Since we talking about it, I want to leave her out, y'all. Okay.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Everybody, put in the comments, what should I have for lunch?
Please do. Please do. And what y'all have for lunch? What y'all eating on? It's about almost 2 p.m. on the West Coast. So it's lunch now, it's supper of other places, brunch carrying on in Hawaii. They 2 hours behind. It's like 11:54, almost 12. So yeah, let us know, y'all. Well, these are all the heifers. Y'all seen them. We didn't dwindle down to 9. These are the 9 heifers going in for the win, child. Listen, Aja. Who the top one? Who was the top one?
Bosco.
That's Bosco.
Yep.
It sure is. Aja, Bosco, and Irene the alien.
Yep.
In the middle is Georges, Lydia B. Collins, and Mistress.
Yep.
B. Collins.
Yep. Can't forget the B with her.
Elizabeth Brooks. No. And then we have the bottom is what's the girl name?
Cynthia Lee Fontaine.
Cynthia Lee Fontaine, who was removed week prior, y'all.
Right. Goodbye, Cuckoo.
Yeah. Oh, we may see you again, girl. That last piece. We're gonna find out.
Trifling. Anyway.
And then Daya, and then Ginger Minge, my fave. Yes.
Yes, it's so funny to see Mistress and Ginger going vacillating back and forth. Oh, by the way, just a little side note. I found out they had 9 months in between filming Bracket to this. That's why 9 months. Yeah, that's why Ginger lost a whole person. Yes.
I mean, 160 or 125. I forget which one of them folks lost that much.
She lost 125. I think her ultimate goal is 160. She may have hit that by now. I don't know how much Mistress lost. A lot, but not enough of fat off her soul. So anyway, just kidding.
Ooh. All right. But yeah, Ginger, I'm really glad that she's enjoying herself in her, I don't want to say new body, but the revised Ginger. I love it when I see someone really enjoying them, loving the skin that they're in, literally. No matter what, even if they are 800 pounds, I just really love seeing someone who is really loving on themselves and enjoying life. And with her, it was losing the weight and really amplifying her within her craft. I think she mentioned now she doesn't feel so uh, 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 in, insecure about performance, whether or not she's going to be lifted or not. So I really love that.
Oh yeah. Listen, everybody, stop. That's right. Stop hating on the health journey. You know, like no matter how anybody does it, I had gastric bypass surgery 20 years ago. Some people are using weight loss drugs now. Like, you know, like yes, we can make fun of it and have a good time, but like at the end of the day, we should not be hating on or shaming anyone for trying to live their best life because life is hard
Yes,
and
it
we
is.
got to find happiness wherever we can.
Yes.
So let's keep it going.
And speaking of happiness, Ruth stepped in with her his bell bottoms. This is so interchangeable, child. I don't really think it matters. Uh,
No.
Rue is coming in with the bell bottom pantsuit. I just want them to be longer.
I know. You can see the shoes this time too, and they're big old shoes.
I saw that ankle. I'm just saying, I just want just 1 inch.
Mm-hmm.
1 inch just because it looks bell bottom E. And I don't know what style that is. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, if y'all know what the bell bottom style is, let me know because I just want them just to be a tad, just 1 inch longer. He must have like a 40-inch length. I don't know, but because a good 36, and I'm wearing some heels and I'm fierce, so his must be 40. I'm just saying.
Or more. Yeah, no, I don't like, there's nothing worse than a pant leg that's too short in a bit, with a high shoe. It looks silly. So,
Yeah.
well, there are things that are worse. There's a lot of things that are worse, but it's annoying.
It just hurts my jerk. It was just me.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so there he's introducing what's going on in this episode. And there, like I said, quite a few things, y'all. We got the mini challenge, which is the reading room that they're about to embark in. And he's explaining the maxi challenge, as I mentioned, with the charisma, unique nerve. Now, this is a talent, and it is actually called the Talent Invitational. Yes, ma'am, where they'll be practicing two at a time, rehearsing, just going through the motions of all that. But at the end, each individual will be ranked individually and letting us know, telling us, whatever their talent is going through. And it was really good. I liked it. It wasn't a couple of them, I was like, eh. But for the most part, I really enjoyed that. And now we're going to do the reading room, y'all. And you know who had to bring in the glasses, child? Listen, I swear I didn't cut his face off. This is what they presented.
I was gonna say I don't think they even showed his head. Yep. Yeah, no, I remember, yes. Yep.
And y'all, guess who won? Bosco won. She was bringing them heifers down, child.
I guess I wouldn't necessarily picked her, but
from what I saw, I was still waiting to laugh. I didn't
yeah.
laugh. I was like, oh, amused, but I didn't,
Yep.
like, ooh.
No, I agree. It was a little weak. I mean, there were a couple of funny ones. The orphanage one was a funny joke, but like that, honestly, no. I think the one, give me your Capizio, we need a condom. That was Lydia Beehole, I think. That one got me. One got me. Capizio's your tights.
Your what?
Tights. Like the tights the girls wear, they call them Capizios because they're like dancer tights. They're,
Oh.
Lydia threw that over to somebody. She said, Corey and I need a condom. Georges, give me your Capizios. I think Corey and I need a condom. First of all, that's bragging about Corey's, thang badang, which I've heard in the streets is impressive. Does not surprise me with Corey's build. And then also making fun of George's size.
I thought it was referencing how small George's is and the
Yes.
tight fit perfect. I didn't really think about anything else, but yeah, it all fits him.
Yeah, no, fitting on Corey. Yeah, no, she's basically saying that George's is like a D size. The size of,
right.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, no, I did not think I thought Bosco did fine, but I didn't think Bosco did the best. I think there were a few highlights, but I wasn't screaming. Yeah, honestly.
Well, after all that fiasco, and she won 2,500. So hey, you know, that ain't bad. It's about 2-3 wigs from Chantel Sparkles.
Shout out to Chantel. She's been liking my story. It makes me happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, love her and Trinity. I live for this.
Right. Their podcast on YouTube, y'all check them out. It's really good.
They have Trinity. I have to just side note. Trinity the Tuck gives, and so does Chantel. But like Trinity's her mom, so she kind of got to start this all. Trinity the Tuck has to me, some of the most intelligent perspective on all of this that anyone has. Just so smart. Knows how to play this game, respects the game trickeries and the whatever, and just sees it all really well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like their perspective. You know, and for me, coming in so late in the game when this has been going on forever in 8 days, child, and just getting acclimated to what is and what shouldn't be and girl bye and you know, all the things I can appreciate, you know, hearing some things and taking out all in and helping me to get abreast of and getting and having the right mindset to give a certain type of opinion. But I'm still trying to find Camp Child. I'm still trying to work that in. But so far, so good. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I mean, these girls are talented. Let me tell all of them.
I also appreciate, shout out to Chantel for designing several of the outfits and doing the hair. It's fun to have somebody that's actually like getting to speak on the end of creating for some of these queens. So shout out to them.
For real. And if you don't know, Sam Starr and Jules Sparkles from the previous season of Drag Race is a part of their family, y'all. So now you know, if you know how well they were bringing it, just know those who came before them are fierce. So it's all to GOOD over there. But yeah, go watch them. I think they come on every Tuesday or something like that. They're pretty good.
Yes.
And also Corey King had him and Lydia. They have their own, and then they have their Together channel on YouTube. Everybody's on YouTube. I should check everybody out.
Yep.
Even RuPaul's on YouTube and Instagram being funny and stupid. Just
oh my God. RuPaul. Shout out to RuPaul, Charles the Shorts. Those little, you know, reenactments that he's doing are killing me.
Yes, they are.
Very funny.
Now, they are practicing, like I said, they got the news, so they're going to be practicing 2 at a time. Ginger, like I said, Ginger Minge, I wanted to capture this moment because this is where Ginger Minge was talking about what I mentioned earlier regarding whether or not she feels secure enough to be lifted. And girl, she was lifted. Almost a flip.
She's a little teeny tiny squirt now. Short and, you know.
Okay, lost a whole person.
Yep.
Most part, 125. That's impressive.
Yes, and she's short, so now she's easy to get on up there.
Yes. What's her name? Aja doing her thing. I didn't know what this was for the most part, but at the end, y'all, impressive. I mean, we already know what Ginger gives. No shade. You know, she's Broadway. That's what
Right.
you can tell right then and there from this pic here. You know what she's going to bring. Ha ha ha. But yeah, I like that. And practicing her partner was Daya. And I love how they work so well together. That's what Ginger mentioned before. They respect each other's craft, and they're not, competitive against each other to the point where there's tension. I love their maturity about all of this. It's something about them too. I can see them doing something together again. I really
Yeah,
like them together.
I think it was nice how the way they paired people together that supported one another instead of created more drama.
Right. And the two, we have Bosco, like I mentioned her, she's paired with Aja, and they're
I thought
working together. What you thought? What happened?
I thought it was Bosco and Irene. No?
Yeah, it was Irene. Where Irene go? Here she go. Bosco and Irene.
Yeah.
Child, Irene. I was pleasantly surprised too to see where this ended up being, what this ended up being. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I don't think this got the critiques it deserved. I think it was a high solid. Not a winner, but a high solid. It was cute.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm an Irene fan. I've just decided after, I mean, I was before, but like bona fide, I am rooting for Irene. I don't know if I'm rooting to win, but like definitely going to the top. No, I'm just impressed. I just like Irene, period, so far.
Me too. And here we go with Georgia's pairing up with her homegirl, Mistress. Mistress is doing like this comedy skit thing. And of course, Georgia's is dancing, doing her thing. I mean, what else could they do? It was interesting in the end,
Yeah, I mean, I honestly think that they all did pretty well. Even Lydia, I have controversial opinions probably about that. I think everybody's talent was actually pretty damn good, but I just think that Mistress played too hard, and this was the story arc that was coming no matter what, for her. Because you just can't be too much of a dick, basically,
I was thinking the same word, girl.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real here, okay? You just can't. You can't be that much that you can't play that hard and not get it. Because it wouldn't feel good if she won. I'm sorry. It just wouldn't. I don't want it. Play too hard. You already played America's Sweetheart, Nicole Page Brooks. You should have left it there.
Ooh, not MPBFAGs. Is that what she calls herself?
Yes. Yes. From Atlanta, Georgia.
Go ahead. And I heard she's doing something kind of major. What was I should remember what it was instead of half-ass remember. Anyway, you gotta look her up too.
Yep, she's doing ASMR for you. She's got rain and she's whispering while she watches you sleep. It's hilarious.
I love her.
Yeah, me too.
Now, as you see Lydia looking around and doing her thing, to me, Lydia, get it together, mama.
You in danger, girl.
And it was Lydia and Aja who were teamed up together. That's who they were, right?
Oh, that's a weird pairing, but it's okay.
Right?
Well, they both like to do something kind of a little bit more artistic, so I guess that works.
Right, but Aja tore it down. I don't care what nobody say.
I agree with you too. I agree with you too.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, you know how that is. Sometimes it's like I said before, I think actually everybody did pretty dang good. And so they're just making up stuff. Like the judge, you know what I mean? Like they're just picking the fly shit out of the pepper, as my dad would say.
That's funny. So after all the practicing and everything, they're getting ready and discussing. Now I wanted to bring up that convo when they were talking and discussing things about, you know, who they are in society, and how some of them, not all of them, are trans, but they started to talk about their own experiences and how certain sponsorships are no longer um, dealing with whichever uh, uh, program, or I don't want to say organization, whatever show or event that they're involved with. There's a lot of backing out regarding that. And it became such a powerful conversation to where it was more generalized. And I think there's 2 trans women on this in this competition, right?
Yeah,
Is that
Bosco. Well, in this semifinal, Bosco and Aja.
okay? And not I wasn't sure if Irene was in it too, as a trans woman, but
No,
obviously not. But it
no,
was
I get it. The hair, the magnificent red hair, might have thrown you a little bit, but no, I think Irene is does not identify as trans.
okay.
Yeah.
But I really was not concerned, but kind of bothered, because to me it's like the dumbing down of what's happening in the executive office at this moment. Um, it's obvious because of this Project 2025 and all of its supporters that monies are being diverted from programs or event spaces or whatever that is not them, that obviously does not have their views and ideals. Money is being siphoned out back into their pot of gold, so to speak, so that their riches can become overflowing while we're trying to squeeze blood out of a turnip. And I'm seeing it with different in different spaces along the middle class and all of us who are, you know, taking the brunt of it. And when they spoke about it, it made me think about that. Like, here we are again. Now I see, and from their own spoken word, that monies are being diverted out of spaces involving trans or any letterfolk situation. Did you sense that, or no? I mean, what's your thoughts about that?
Well, I mean, this was a prompted conversation. Obviously, this is a moment in the uh in the show where we're going to have a serious conversation about things that matter. Now that we have your attention, knock on the glass, we're going to talk about this for a minute, because this is something obviously that's affecting everyone. And it's just I'm glad that RuPaul's Drag Race is continuing to take the opportunity to speak on the oppression and the politics, the political climate, and how people are being affected. Because people of all different walks of life are watching and enjoying Drag Race, and if you enjoy Drag Race, you shouldn't support anybody that oppresses these people.
That is true.
So,
go ahead.
oh no, so let's all hold each other's hands and get through this, because people's human rights are being stripped away. There are trans performers that cannot perform in certain countries because they don't want to be detained because of the things that are happening to their identification. So, and I'm glad that they brought that up and reminded us all.
That's a shame that they have to fear being jailed because of who they are and what they do.
It just sucks when you watch freedom that people had be taken away. It's terrifying.
And for those folks to go along with it, shame on you. What good is it? Again, if you're not into it, then don't watch it. Don't, but to come together to try and get rid of it and have all these ploys and schemes and plots, it's really unnecessary. Again, if it's not for you, then don't worry about it. But don't try and bring it down or it ticks me off because it's the same old age old bullshit. It's just so reminiscent of the same old bullshit that keeps plaguing us and bringing us down when we should be uplifting and bringing people up in this world. At some point, those who oppress, those who disenfranchise are going to have to realize that there's so much more to life, within life, than doing this and making people feel bad. I mean, jail and death and all these things just because it doesn't fit what you think should be in this world. Okay, so if we all come together and think racism should not exist in this world and then start picking folks off because of that, then what's going to happen?
We will have rolled back the clocks even further. That's the terrifying part.
You know, I mean, what's, girl, I just, I don't know. It sometimes it makes me question what is really going on.
For sure.
But for the most part, we just have to keep loving on each other. Those who love on each other, just keep doing it.
As RuPaul says, say love.
I heard that. I heard that.
All right, let's talk some trash about these. No kidding.
Girl, okay, so we've seen all of this, that, and the third with this reading room, and we've seen a little bit of the practices. Now let's get into the performance of it all. Now, you know how I am about this song that they done remixed and revamped that I don't like. Dun, 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 cover girl. And it's just so different, but I'ma still just say it. Oh, she is just beautiful. Purple and gold represent the Lakers. I know she ain't represent Lakers, but I love the Lakers so much. This gave me so much more joy after hearing that remix. Look at her, y'all. Just beautiful. Just beautiful.
Yeah, you know what? I don't like how the little braids interfere with the piping on the dress. That annoys the shit out of me. I have to be honest. What?
Look, that's what that is, a little braids, child.
Yeah, the little teeny little braid. And it's fine. I think it's a cool wig. I like the dress. Shout out to Maddie Rance. He said it looked like those breasts hurt Rue. Maddie didn't really like the piping on the top. I think it's a cool dress. I just do not like how these tiny little braids interfere with the skinny little piping on the dress. That's
Now, the fact of a certain particular judge that was on the scene, mind you, let's talk about the judges real quick. Michelle Visage, of course.
I hate this. She looked terrible, Michelle. You look like big shoulder, like no. And this font, no. I hate it. All of it. She looks terrible.
I liked it. And then we have La Roche.
I didn't like this either.
I didn't like whatever feather that he has. And guest Devery Jacobs. I don't know what she does. Do you know?
No. Again, shout out to Maddie Rance. He looked up her IMDb, and he recognized her from a few things that I did not.
I like her hair. So, bro,
yeah, she's an indigenous actor and a director.
Okay, my people, hey girl.
You know, has been in things, but I don't know what.
Okay.
So, sorry.
Now, one can say this was a reaction to what's going on, considering he is a hair guru, a fashion guru. And I refuse to believe that he thought this was acceptable. I'm just going to say this is his reaction to what is going on from the neck up. Now, if I've seen those braids crisscross like around the hairline, you know, kind of, you know, in decor style, maybe like a headband in a way, but I've seen those braids drip down more when the whole head is braided, but not when it's a fro. I don't like the two.
I just don't want the braids competing with the dress. And like I said, the piping on the dress is so skinny, it's similar. It's just interfering with one another. It's unnecessary.
It is undoggone necessary.
Thank you. Why would you do that? So.
Bye, girl.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going to get into this talent invitational.
Like they had a choice. They're like.
So first off, we have Aja, and she's doing her thing, y'all. I mean, she came in with a machete and a doll. I mean, it was like, what's going on, child? This is the theme of the practice we were showing y'all real quick. And then she turned it into legendary and was doing the doggone thing, girl. In a very scary way, but she was turning it and jumping, and I love the song. I enjoyed her performance.
I did too. I feel like she got some unnecessary criticism. Aja's another one that I'm heavily rooting for that has my heart. I haven't loved the fit on a few of her garments, but like I think she's already made it clear that it was a lot for her to get ready for this and do a lot of things and all of that. I think Aja has a New York street style cool that nobody can replicate. No. And I just think that trumps a lot of other people. I just do. I have a mad respect for Aja's perspective and an execution, and it's just very New York street, like artistic, like you can't be that cool kind of stuff.
Oh wow.
That's how I feel about it.
Aja did the doggone thing. It made me think so much of Legendary, where I forget which one of those hub that it came on, but I really was disappointed.
HBO.
Yeah, I really was disappointed when they did not renew and come back. It was in a plan of its own. No one else was doing it. And I know the views had to be astronomical, but I'm not there. I wasn't there tabulating or making analysis of anything.
They couldn't have been astronomical, unfortunately. They would have kept the show if it was, you know. I think that what I think is that regardless, someone should have picked it up. It's unfortunate that it didn't land somewhere else because it was worthy of that, for sure.
I wonder if it's like the age-old, same old, you know, well, we're going to divert our financial backing to something else versus, you know, we hear so many shows. And for instance, like when I've been looking at Reliving Single with Erica Alexander, who played Maxine Shaw on Living Single, and Kim Coles, who played
Regine.
No, the cousin.
Oh, Kim Coles. Oh. Why am I doing this? Oh yeah. My God.
Obie's woman. I forget her, but y'all know who I'm talking about. Hey, Auntie, yes. Y'all know who we talking about. Living Single. Sinclair James. Sinclair.
Thank you, God. Oh my God. No, I know. Oh man. Anyway, sorry to Living Single. We both watched you.
Okay.
It was just normal part of television growing up. Anyway.
It sure was. And to hear how they were told that the financial backing, the decision to back them financially was not considered, even though the ratings proved that they needed to stay on as a series. And then word on the street was that when Kyle was let go, which was the cause of the show's decline, but that wasn't the case. And of course, you can't just really speak on that as a cast member at the time. You have a lot to think about within your career. Is the juice worth the squeeze? You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you have to shut up, not go along to get along, but you would cause more disruption on the whole situation had you spoken out and said the truth. Nowadays, people are doing it as general principle, but it may not be worth the while when you want to expose those who have more or less a say so in your career, especially when that's all you have and no one really wants to, be in the poorhouse because they decided to speak up on something that really didn't need to be spoken. So I'll say all that to say, listening to their podcast and how the people in charge made a decision not to financially back them and back other projects really it left a sour taste in my mouth, because the show was, even now, even their podcast is through the roof, and with all of their views and so much love and admiration for that show, great acting, and to hear all of the ad libs and how they fed off of each other with and without script. It proves that they were and still are A-list actors.
Mm-hmm.
I really miss that, and I appreciate that about themselves and how much and then to hear some of even how they started, pretty much like the Chitlin circuit. I'm like, you would think on this brand of a network that they would start off with working with so much less. It's just like it was because they're Black. I think so, but at the same time, they didn't say it. But maybe they didn't have to. It just seems so wrong for them to have to share spaces or be in a certain type of changing booth when it's really tripling for 4 different uses. It just seems so typical, but at the same time, they made it work. The show was great. They made it work. But yeah, y'all check out Reliving Single. They have their YouTube podcast. And it's real interesting how they bring it all together. They're going through from season 1 and working their way to the end of the series. And I think they're on episode 11, if I'm not mistaken. It's really good. It really is good. Girl, I went up on a tangent, didn't I?
Yeah, I was about to say, I think it's clear that it is good based on your description, and I think maybe you might need to be covering the podcast in a review. But who's next?
Who is next? Who is this?
That's Aja finishing up, and now we have Bosco.
Bosco, girl, she did her I'm Beautiful burlesque situation. Mm-hmm. And I ain't out here sweating, y'all. I'm just gonna give y'all me. That's not her.
No, I
Look at it.
this leg split was impressive. I mean, goddamn. But I think this did not deserve to win for me. This did not. This was to me one of the mids, the solid mids. I love Bosco. Beautiful, stylish, but this was just a little too simple. A little too, you didn't take off enough things. You didn't do enough. The splits on the chair were cool, but like you're lip syncing to a song you sang about being, no. I mean, it just didn't wow me. I thought Aja's was way more dynamic.
Yeah, I was not impressed, but I was entertained.
Yes, I was impressed and not impressed. This was not the best for me, but Bosco is an impressive drag queen, period. Performer, period. I would go to a Bosco show and be happy to do so,
Next, we have Ginger Man. Look at her, y'all. She's getting lifted.
Giving gypsy.
And this is how she busted out. I love that. I think I have a gold dress like that. That looks very familiar. Just saying. And of course, she did her Broadway child, Broadway.org. Okay.
Right. Yeah. I mean, Ginger's an amazing performer, no matter what. Even if it's not your speed, you realize that you could plop her into a Broadway performance. And that you have to give respect for.
I mean, she was doing a doggone thing, y'all.
Yeah, you can easily plop Ginger into a female role and buy it. You would totally buy it. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter. And that is a specific kind of ability where you don't care about the gender of the performer other than the gender they're portraying to you with the character. If that makes sense.
Yes, it does. But Daya, she's in the office giving you puss, and you better like it.
Right. Oh my God. Again, I'm gonna reference Maddie Rance. This was funny. Like all he heard was like, boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? Like this really like kind of hard beat. I thought this was good. I think the thing about Diabetti is she's not always my favorite style, but she always kind of executes incredibly well. She's like a consistently good performer. I did scream when she stapled her butt cheek. I did yell because I know she really did it, and that got me. I didn't. The titty thing was dumb, but yeah.
And then that pulling her booty cheek, y'all.
That made me yell. And so like that put this above Bosco for me.
Ooh.
Because you got me with the shenanigans. Again, I'd still put it in the middle though.
All right, y'all. We have Irene the Alien. That was cute. I was a little impressed. She did her thing. It was entertaining. Little fun, little play on the mess that she did with the water her first season where she got tossed and sashayed away. I really liked it. I was more impressed with this than I was Bosco, actually.
Right. I mean, like, this is a weird observation I have about Irene. I feel like her costume was maybe a little weird for like the performance and the type of song, maybe. Like if I had to give a critique, but I thought that this was really funny and thoughtful, and the way that she made fun of the water, like the incident as often as she did, I agree. I put this above Bosco too because I just feel like I need a little bit more intelligence in what is happening with what, like, I don't know, there just needs to be, yeah. So good for you.
She had little, whoop whoop in it.
She has a great butt too. Whatever butt pad she has and all like that, I just noticed. I'm like, dang, I wish I had your butt,
And that's a great silhouette right there. Yes, Mom was looking thick.
Mm-hmm.
That butt shot. Yeah, we
go. See, look at that. Those are great booty pads.
Right. Yes. thick.
Make you, yeah, like just damn, just like big enough that the proportion makes you go woo, but it doesn't look like a bad BBL, you know?
Girl, okay.
Yeah.
Now we have Georges giving us the mug. She was muggy, y'all. She had to let y'all know, letting y'all help us know. Ain't nobody more muggier than her. If you don't know, mug means beat face. Right?
Yeah, she did this with Ocean Kelly, and I love Ocean Kelly. Shout out to Ocean Kelly, the rapper, the person that produced this song.
Okay.
And probably wrote Georges's lyrics as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Georges.
Well, this was cute. You know, Georges knows how to perform. Like, this was expected. That's why it was very mid to me. Like, I do think it's muggy, and the way she like shook her hand in front of her face at the end. You know, like we know Georges can do a cute little one too. Solidly entertaining. But honestly, Georges, I would have liked for you to have surprised me this time around. This is your fourth performance. I would have liked to have seen. Is it fourth or third? I think it's third. Anyway, I've seen you enough. I would have liked you to surprise me a little.
Not even the flip. She did two of them, only caught one, but she flipped down. Now she's flipping back up.
She already did that amazing flip in All-Stars 1 where she like slid on the ground, you know, like it was good. I can't deny that this was a great performance. Like I wouldn't put her in the bottom, you know, but yeah.
She's giving me Jujubee all in the face, child. I'm like, who is
so
this?
Funny. Yeah, Jujubee
wishes. She had to fire on a pit stop. I think that's who it was.
Yes, no, the hair definitely is giving Jujubee.
The face, this look, it's like, girl, who is this? Like muggy. Okay, so it's muggy, beat. What's the other terms for the face? Shoot, I know I heard something else. Anyway, child, that's it, y'all. Who else is on here? Oh Lord, this was a disaster. I'm sorry, Lydia.
Now, I know that I just need to say this. I was impressed. I'm always impressed when somebody has a clear, weird, unique type of artistic perspective, and they're like, you know, it's almost like Pee Wee Herman. Like, I get that this had some technical difficulties, but I respect her weird little point of view, this clever little strip down in the egg to the yolk. Like, I'm curious to see where she heads. Like, that to me was funny and different, and I appreciated this weird little perspective. I totally did. This Humpty Dumpty stripping down to the yolk. Like, I mean, listen, at least she didn't just lip sync to her own dang song, singing and dancing. You know, I respect this kid. I just want to say she's so young, but I like her weird little, she's smart. So I understand why this was in the bottom. And I think in comparison to others, it was definitely one of the weaker ones. But I have to fight for the fact that I really do. I see why RuPaul loves her. There's a weird little smart artist in there that I really like.
I agree with how creative and unique and how much nerve. The talent portion, yes. Of course, she's starting out. It could be fine-tuned and tweaked, but she's good enough to be where we see her in. I agree with all of that. I would have liked more storytelling, just to have, or a different part, or something else within the story that really, I don't know if she couldn't mention more or less of the origin of, you know, the nursery rhyme itself because of copyright. But I get it. I was like, what? When they brought in the brick fence where she's sitting on, like, here it is.
The wall that Humpty Dumpty sat on, yeah.
Then I got it. But with all of the different strip teases and everything, and I didn't, I don't know, maybe I wasn't paying attention, but I didn't hear too much of anything referencing strip tease. It was really obscure to hear.
Yeah, I think what you're saying is there needed to be a little bit tighter, like, I mean, because the whole idea of like Humpty Dumpty stripping down to a bikini with this like round body was hilarious to me. And that's where I'm like, kid, I get you. Like, I respect what you're doing. I just think that what Lydia did. Okay, remember that tulle outfit that she had that was supposed to be like somebody had their skin all burned off? Like, I hated that. I mean, she had some outfits that she tried to do that
Sure.
were so bad, right? And I think that that's the unpolished part of her, that you don't bring something that you are just working out to All Stars. You are polished by this point. And so
Yeah.
I think the fact that she was trying to work it out before she even got to the stage, that it was a little, it could have used some refinement in order to make sure that it really came across. But I just have to give a shout out to, I like the way your mind, like, I appreciate someone that's a little bit of an oddball this way. I do, because it's like, you did Humpty Dumpty stripping. That's kind of funny, down to a wiggly little yoke, but yes. So it needed some tweaking. It needed to have a little bit of a better, like a jokier, or like, the song should have tied this all together just a little bit better. And you needed to work with the costume a little bit more, because she said she got really thrown when the boots came off too soon.
Yeah, for
And I
sure.
can't blame her, right? But those are the things, it's like, you don't bring an act that you don't know what you're doing to this. But like I said, I'm impressed with your weird little mind.
Okay.
I like it. Somebody's got to be different.
For real. And I like I said, she's coming through with some of the most unique and creative looks. But this, I would have liked her to explain this, or just have something more funny.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe have the guys with some blow up some torches about to cook her, because she's
right. Yeah.
So just, and then she's like, oh, I don't know, just do something else, because putting out a pan, and then people may have not thought she was yolk.
Right. Yeah. And there were just some things, right? Like, we're just kind of overall saying it could have been tightened, and then it could have even been funnier, but we respect the attempt.
For sure. Now, lastly, y'all, we have Mistress coming through. And it was interesting. She gave us her version of before and after through weight loss. Now this is her. I think that's supposed to be Michelle Visage. And then T.S. Madison. But in the end, she mentioned that they were both before pictures of each. I think that may have sunk her battleship. It could be just me. But she gave us as you can see, them zapping her with Ozempic.
Yeah, this was weird, because like, I think that she should have left some folks out of it, because first of all, Michelle's tiny now, and TS is not. TS looks the same. So I don't know what you're trying to do there. You know what I mean? TS looks great, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying TS has not been on some magical weight loss. Then she brought up Darian Lake, who was another giant queen who had gastric bypass surgery and has lost a significant amount of weight. And then, so she's,
I need to see her.
So like, she's just bringing up all of these. Darian was the smaller size when she came on All Stars, which I think you saw that one. But anyway, it's regardless. It was just weird, because it's like, just stick to the whole idea of weight loss, like pick a lane. I think if she had stuck with like making fun of the Ozempic and how everyone is losing weight and getting skinny and how everybody's hating on people that are losing weight. Like make fun of the phenomenon. You had an opportunity to have some really, really interesting commentary on fat phobia, on the way people hate people having a glow up. Or even if she wants to brag about how she did it without any weight loss drugs, like whatever perspective you want to have on talking about body image, this is your moment to shine and be the little weird villain that you are. But I just feel like it didn't really translate. None of it was, it was kind of like Lydia's in the sense like it needed to be better fleshed out. But it wasn't, she looked good and like the performance was pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought the performance was cool. Like here they are injecting her with the Ozempic.
Yeah.
It's like, girl. I didn't hear her discuss Darien Lake. I must have missed that part.
Listen, you had to catch the things that were floating out there. You'd have to listen to it again, and then you'd hear the one line like Darien Lake. Like it just wasn't. That part was weak. I think, like I said, and like again, Michelle has clearly lost a heck of a lot of weight, and like TS hasn't. So what are we doing here?
Yeah, that was a little rude. And the way she said it towards the end, like, oh, did I say that? So yeah, girl. Yeah, you may want to leave other folks out of your stuff. I mean, it's folks catching strays, they ain't got nothing to do with nothing that I don't, yeah. I no, not
It's
good.
just weird. Pickle, like I would have been so tongue in cheek about the way people hate when you lose weight. Nobody, everybody loves a fat bitch. Everybody gets mad when your fat bitch gets skinny or whatever. Like that's what I would have played with. I thought she had a great opportunity there, but it just didn't. It just didn't. It was like, yeah, it didn't come together for me that way,
Mm-mm.
and nobody loved it.
Ooh. Speaking of when you say nobody loved it, I had to catch this. This was Aja don't see it at all for Mistress, even though she said she cool. She ain't really cool with Mistress. I can tell because there's a couple of moments that were captured during this episode after Mistress's performance where Aja is looking like, okay, next.
Yeah, people were flashing her face. I think she's gonna be a meme out of this one for sure.
Okay.
With her reaction to a lot of things. But I can't blame Mistress one little bit. I mean, Aja for scowling at Mistress because, I told you this offline. If Mistress had brushed back my hair and laughed in my ear, it would have been a knee-jerk reaction for me to backhand her face. Like, if you invade my personal space like that, and then, like, you know what I mean? Like, I think especially as I'm getting older, I'm, like, sensory sensitive enough, you know what I mean? That, like, I would be like, oh, hell no, you are not invading my personal space to make television. Absolutely not. I don't like it if I can feel your breath on me when we're standing in line to check out at the store. You will not be served any faster if you are closer to me. Do not do what Mistress did. I just thought it was so weirdly invasive. I know that they're cool now, but like it was just weird. And that's where she lost me, Mistress, as far as like this whole like I'm gonna play for good TV kind of stuff. It just the second she kind of hit the door on this semifinal, I'm not feeling her approach at all. And this really solidified it for me because I think Aja is proving to be a fan favorite in many ways for a lot of people and was trying to have like a vulnerable moment and Mistress is just being like straight up like rancid.
Wow.
Right? Like, even if she was just laughing and it wasn't about anything, that's fine. You could even say to Aja, oh, don't mind me, girl, and even be shady. But to then take it a step back to, here, I'm going to brush your hair aside. I guess she felt like maybe Aja like flipped her hair into her face, maybe. But that whole I'm gonna laugh in your ear, like, ha ha ha, go ahead, girl, you do whatever. I'm like, I would have mushed you. I would have mushed you. I would have mushed you away from me. I would have pushed your face, your flattened out face away from me. And I would have said, absolutely not.
And let's talk about that more because it's just so much more between Aja and Mistress. When Aja was trying to explain how she felt with, you know, with a little bit of her anxiety, and Mistress is really trying to get her go and really be disrespectful. Like you said, in the moment when she, moved her hair over and went ha 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 in her ear, it's just and it happened more so within the episode where Mistress was really just downright disrespectful to Aja, but Aja played it cool. She's trying not to go ham, but
Yeah.
made it difficult for her. And I would have imagined Mistress giving her a lot more compassion, considering she's expressing her feelings about this competition, but just her feelings about herself. And she's being vulnerable in the moment. And when at that point, that's when compassion should come in, and don't say anything. Don't bother this woman when she's trying to divulge something about her on international World Wide Web television. Hello, for the whole world to know. I would have imagined mistresses have a little more sympathy, yet empathy for Aja and how she's divulging her innermost secretive thoughts about herself. I don't know.
It's funny because Mistress is in her 20s, believe it or not. So
shut up.
Yeah, Google it. She's in her 20s. And she's young, and I think that it doesn't come off. I need to double check because I say that. Haha, that's one of the first things.
Girl, shut up.
Hold on. She's 1998. Born in 1998.
Oh, she's 27.
Yep, I knew it. Okay, so I know. See, look at your mind's blown off.
The year my son was born. Chill, shut up.
The year after I graduated high school. Yeah, no.
Girl.
So she's a baby, and there's some emotional immaturity that we don't expect that comes out of her, especially because she also has a hell of a commanding way about her. You know what I mean? Like, she's going toe to toe with Tina Burner, people that are older than her. She doesn't care. She is very, like, in command for her age. But how wrecked did we see her when she got put in the bottom? She was so awkward. Remember when they're trying to, like, console her or congratulate her or whatever? Thank you. I appreciate it. I mean, you could just tell she was mad at what had happened.
Girl, how does she?
Right. And somebody, I forget who, it might have been Maddie Rance. Shout out to whoever brought this up, but they said that it felt like once she started to, I think it was Maddie Rance, once she realized how they were going to play her, like how it was going to go down, like, oh, you were put in the bottom, like you're going to, she knew that she was on the swoop to be brought down, that she kind of just gave up. And that she started to just play wacky, like, I'm taking the ship down with me kind of thing, because she knew that, like, time was short, that she was not, yeah. And so that being said, there's a part of me that, like, I could respect committing to the bit of being kind of this villainous person the whole way through if it just wasn't, it just doesn't read, it's good TV, but, like, I don't want to root for you to win anything. I'll put it that way.
Wow.
I mean, you can play it however you want. Thank you for your services, but I don't want you to win.
That's deep. As far as her and is as far as she's concerned, I mean, like, wow.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know what's going on there yet. Like, I mean, because she's 26, so it's like I gotta give her some like room to grow and mature and like figure it out. She's definitely impressive. She came on. She is a strong flavor. She's a talented queen. She's memorable. She's entertaining. Like, damn, she's like a Sour Patch Kid, you know? But I just don't want you to win anything, though. So you're good TV, but you're not my queen.
That was crazy to see all that. That was real crazy to see. You know, her age explains a lot. You know, I just thought she was older than that. I so much, but yeah, I can see why she's so immature.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and I just can't figure out which parts are intentional and then which parts are like other parts that creep out. And it makes it like when she cried, it makes me not care. And I mean, it makes those more vulnerable moments. It makes me wonder if they're disingenuous or not, just because of how she's always playing. I don't, like I've told you this a billion times. If I don't really know where you're coming from, you're not my cup of tea.
I know that's right.
So, you can boohoo all you want, but like you've been so deceptive and weird and all over the place. Like, I don't know what your angle is with that. And that's, so.
Girl.
And, I just felt like she went for Aja when Aja brought up she didn't know if she was going to be homeless or not. Like when she said to her, like, I don't think you should be giving me life advice or whatever. But you know what? I deeply respect Aja's restraint. I think that the way that she was like, you're an energy vampire and like you can't, the way that she observed Mistress, like you can't act like that and not have it come back on you. You just can't. And she's exactly right, because production made sure that they took care of this situation.
I mean, it was like she was sealing her own fate ever since that debacle from bracket 2. But I swear when she made that comment to Rue last episode 10 and then this episode 11, I knew in episode 10 she wasn't gonna make it all the way through, because it was like, girl, are you really gonna insult mother?
I
insult her like that?
Like,
okay. Like,
I really could have rocked with the bullshit she pulled in bracket 2 even with Nicole Page Brooks, who I love dearly. I could have rocked with it because I'm like, all right, that was some good TV. You really did go for it. Like I can appreciate it. But the way that she started picking on Ginger, I don't like the whole she didn't shout. Like, and then like trying to like just like make other people feel bad about themselves in the kind of jokes that she was slinging. I'm like, that's not, I'm not jiving with this. This is just like uncomfortable, and clearly not handling, her situation well. So she lost me by how she acted and during the semifinal.
Yeah, for sure. All right, girl. Well, I guess, we're going to find out what happens with her and everybody else, because we are getting down to the wire. Oh, is there anything else about their about their talks? Because I think
no.
I have.
Yep.
Real quick. That was it. But yeah, y'all, now we're down to the big to-do. We have seen their talents with the talent invitational. Now it's down to the runway, y'all. And what they call it? What my notes say? What my notes?
Foil something.
Foiled again.
There we go.
Runway, child. Now, we all think of, aluminum, but it just seems so much more than aluminum was displayed.
No. Anything but aluminum. Like, I just want to start out by saying not one of these outfits reminded me of aluminum foil, tin
Not
foil, not one. Okay, so I'm judging based on a runway where I think they were given a different prompt and they changed the name because none of this looks like tin foil. None.
didn't this happen before where they supposed to do something and they done did something?
Yeah. I think honestly, I think that it happens like every season. I think they slightly change the name of something just to like put some queens at a disadvantage or whatever. Like, but yeah, I think it happens like at least one runway a season gets renamed or something. But this one, nobody looks like tinfoil.
Nobody.
Nobody.
Girl.
Mm-mm.
Oh Lord, here we go, y'all. Of course, the runway. Miss Aja, I like this. I really do. All right, girl.
This was good for her. I thought that I this was safe, solid, fine, no notes.
Oh,
Well, I mean, I guess there could be notes, but like it was good. You know what I mean? Like it was so not even close to the prompt of foil, but I didn't. She looked good.
except for this part.
Oh yeah, everyone. Yeah, I think that hair on a chain on a loop or whatever that trend is kind of starting to go.
Oh, we gonna look. Hey, I've learned that when your whole fit from top to bottom needs to be on point. And Asha, that's where you messed up. Everything else was cute. Everything else was cute, but when you turned around, baby girl, I really liked it. Like I said, it was unique and everything. But girl, when you turned around, all your business is showing.
Yeah, it's a party foul.
Bosco Roscoe Coltrane.
I love the dress. I didn't like this fur coat opening. I get the reveal is cool and the inside looked more like foil, but I didn't like the like pale fur on the outside. I just didn't like it. But this to me was stunning, even though it's not foil. It was stunning.
I love the hair.
Yeah, no, she looked amazing with that cinched waist, the whole deal, like amazing.
She said she was not cinched, bitch.
She was joking. I was like, yeah, she was joking.
I think that's what Ruth said to someone in a previous All Stars championship.
Yeah.
A bald head winner, where they were, I think they were smaller than Bosco in the waist, and she wasn't wearing a shaper or anything. And Ruth was like, bitch, and just made the whole crowd laugh. I forget where, I don't remember, I think it's one of those world ones, or I don't even think it was in the States or anything. It was something, anyway, it was funny. That's where I got it from. But yeah, girl, Bosco's letting all y'all know, letting all of us know. Us.
Yeah, it was an amazing look, even though it wasn't foil.
Yeah, I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
I really like Diabetes. She was wrapped in duct tape, y'all. Can you believe it?
That's not foil. I didn't like the hair, and I don't like the bottom of the dress. Like it just kind of like I think she should have made like ruffles with the duct tape or whatever. It just seemed like unfinished. It just looked like just tissue at the bottom. But this was cool. This was an interesting interpretation. Oh boy. Yeah.
Here we are.
Yeah. So,
I kind of liked it. I liked the fuzzy hair and that Nicole Page Brooks bodysuit. See, that's that same hippie thing that Rue tried. I didn't like.
Yeah, you're right. It is a weird, like, yes, I get what you're saying.
Who's next, child? Here we go.
Ginger
Man, it's looking all cute and stuff.
This is indicative of Ginger's poor taste. Like fat or thin, Ginger has an eye that's a little bit weird for certain things. I hated the skeleton part. I think the top definitely looked like a baked potato kind of thing. But and I like the skirt. I like the play on the nude illusion and stuff. But I definitely don't like the skeleton part. And I I think that I know what she's doing. She's trying to cover the extra skin on her arms with the sleeves that everyone kept saying stuff. I would have maybe made them gloves.
I kind of liked it. It kind of gave a cozy, you know how Beyonce does her cozy. If you've seen clips or if you've seen her show, where she kind of get wraps up in a blanket and she just gets comfortable like she's in bed. That whole backdrop um, to Ginger's outfit makes me feel like she's cozy in her skin. Shout out to T.S. Madison, who's on that record and who gets residuals, as she proudly likes to announce. Big ups to her and all her talents. But yeah, it kind of reminds me of that cozy, or it gives that connotation that she feels good. I just see a difference in her. I love her hair. That Ursula hair from The Little Mermaid. Is that what that looked like?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's kind of what it is too. You know how it kind of reminds me of Ursula. Mermaid in a shell. I don't know. It has a listen. We all thinking all kind of stuff. Whatever fits, whatever works. Now, who else is on here, child? Was it Irene? Yeah, that was her. That ain't her.
That's George's.
Gorgeous child. Oh Lord. I like that.
The wings were very cool. The way that she whipped them up and moved them, like it was really cool. Yes, the little weird arms were a little disconcerting, but I think that that's maybe like a hazard of doing this because if you look at Susie Toots' little fake arms, they look little too.
Yeah, Susie's look real fake.
Yeah, so I just think that that's kind of maybe. I mean, you probably could do better, but no, I thought this was cool. The wing thing saved it. I mean, it's not, you know what I mean? Like, this is not foil in any way, but it's cool. It's like She-Ra, Princess of Power kind of stuff.
No, that's right.
So I was good with it. There's that booty again.
Oh, that ain't her. That's George's. Everybody in the same color. Same thing. Can't get them. No, but I really enjoyed that with the feathers and the wingspan and everything. I thought it wasn't, genius or anything, but
No, it was good.
Really
It was effective. She was a very solid, safe, high safe for me this episode.
Mm-hmm. Now next we have George's child.
The mirrors, bitch. There's a mirrors. It's not foil. And like it was so not foil and it's mirrors that it bothered me. Okay? Like it's cute, but it's mirrors. That's not foil, that's not metal, that's glass. That's not and I don't like how I can't tell if the star is like hair in the I think this whole thing should have been hair. I think it should have been covered in hair. Like the star shape should have been your whole wig. She's cute, but like this no, it didn't meet the prompt. And I agree I don't like the busy gloves. They didn't match the mirror. And I would have liked to see the whole star in hair.
I think we have Lydia.
I agree with almost everybody's notes that she needed to have cinched. Come on, baby, give me a corset, cinch in that little tiny boy waist, and give us a shape. You know, I think Trinity brought up, and I don't know if it was for this particular look. I don't think so because they haven't done their review yet. But proportion really matters. So even if you're not gonna like give me proportion, give me the hourglass or the illusion of, you know.
Where's the other one? Here we are. It was like Edward Scissorhands / Alien, you know, again, creative out the box. But like, yeah, I was like, it would have been a lot better to have her waist cinched in, since, you know, this is a drag race competition.
Mm-hmm. Real alien looking corset would have been sick.
Wouldn't that?
Yeah. Give it, remember that sexy robot aesthetic from like the 80s? You know what I mean? Like, that's what this is parroting to. Like, give me some of that.
Yes. And then we have Mistress. Girl, this was a mess. This was a hot mess. I'm sorry. I couldn't tell where it began or where it ended, and I couldn't see anything really detailed, even up close. It was just so jumbled, and I can guess, but are those chaps, or I couldn't tell because it's so much detail, and it was really busy, and I was a little bothered by it. I think the best thing was maybe the head part, but I think she's had that top before, like the football plate pads or something. This looks real familiar.
She has not figured out her body yet, bless her. You're much smaller, girl. Your pads are out of proportion now. Your hips look crazy.
That's what it is.
I think she looks so much bigger than she actually is with this whole outfit. Like, nothing was flattering her. It was clunky, bulky. She looked way bigger than she actually is. It was too punk rock. Like, the hair was too much with the headpiece, with the shoulder pads, with all the chain. Like, it was just the messiest interpretation of this kind of Valkyrie look out of the three of the ladies that did it.
Do you think if she would have had some silver like hair, that could have helped it?
No.
Oh. You know, you're trying to think of things.
No, it just was so funny the way you're like, would that have helped it? Nope. And you're like, oh, yep. No, I think honestly, some serious editing would have helped this. I think a softer hair to come out of this really spiky headpiece, right? I think removing the crazy shoulder pads, reducing your hip pads, you know, like really like taking it down to more of like a, you know, a warrior princess look, and, you know, not bulking yourself up with crap. Not enough editing done on this one. I just wonder if she literally commissioned these pieces and then lost so much weight that they like struggled to alter them right.
Well, child, I mean,
Mm-mm.
well,
Listen, call like I see it. Sometimes she looks amazing. I thought she looked great in her talent performance. That dress was cut to her body. She looked good. This, no. Mm-mm.
All right, well, we're gonna take you off the screen, girl, because Mistress, you know, I like you, girl, but I don't think that was their mamas.
Nope. Bye.
And speaking of, that's not it. We had to hear a lot after all of that. I mean, like I said, y'all, it was a lot going on, and they were they, meaning the judges, were determining who did the best, who had the greatest talent, who was creative and unique, and who had the nerve to do it, child. And you know who the winner was, y'all? It was Bosco. And I'm glad she won. You know, she's a force to be reckoned with. I think Bosco is one of those hidden secret talents. Not secrets, hidden secret talent. What do you call it? Femme fatales. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because to be honest, I didn't, when I first, now mind you, like I said, I'm kind of getting into all the drag shows, and drag race and everything later on, like maybe 3 years in. It's been going on for 20. So I didn't think, like her and George's both, I didn't think that they gave enough talent or weren't as talented. But as I've seen George's, I think this is my third time seeing George's in these showcases. She's well above what I thought she was. And with Bosco, I didn't think so either, but I'm hearing her get a lot of accolades, you, other folks. So I'm just really watching from a distance, but at the same time, seeing it more so now that she is a force to be reckoned with. She's good.
She definitely has a Dita Von Teese like vibe with the whole thing like she does. I did not think Bosco deserved to win this time. I love you, Bosco. I have mad respect, as Ray all day already said. But I just who would I have picked to win? I mean, don't get me wrong, I think Bosco had the best runway, but they don't always say that like that's the one. I don't know, because they can't give it to Ginger again. I don't know. I just didn't feel like that one was my favorite. So, the only reason that I wouldn't have given it to Aja is that there were a few kind of unpolished parts of maybe the costume and the certain things. So I don't know. That one's tough for me, I guess. But anyway, regardless, I wasn't mad at this win by any means.
Yeah. Well, regardless of how Aaron feels about you, Bosco,
that's funny. Yes, you are. Yes, exactly. You did. Yep. That's funny. Amen.
The bottom two was a surprise, mother and daughter. It was Lydia B. Collins and Mistress Isabel Elizabeth B. Collins.
Yep.
Because the winner, the reason why I say Mistress B. Collins is because it seemed like she was the daughter and Lydia was the mother, because Lydia won.
This is where some people speculate Mistress threw it and didn't really give it her all to like let her win because she already knew what was going to happen. I think Maddie Rance was the one to talk about that. I don't know about it. I just know that I know where Lydia won it for me. And that was when she did that like little stomp down the runway, a little crazy stomp. I was like, okay, you finally
get down. Did she do a split?
She did, but it was like that little, you know, when it's the lip syncing has been kind of bleh for me. When it's two people kind of flopping around the stage and you don't have a clear winner, there needs to be some kind of move that hits at a point in the song that really, you know what I mean? Like where you hit the downbeat, you drop to a split or you don't, or like even that Monet lip sync where she makes it look like she's about to jump into the splits and then she shakes her hand like, no, I'm not doing that. You know, like there needs to be a moment where you hit the song in a way that makes it yours. And I felt like we got there when she did their funny little stomp down the.
All right.
And not that it was great, but it was good enough.
Well, Lydia and all that hair, honey. I mean, the bigger the hair, the better. I mean, she took her mother and said, "Here, mother, go home. It's time for you and your shenanigans to go have a sit down." But don't. But hey, again, like they say, hold on, stop the tape. You know how they got that ending part, y'all, where just because you may have to sashay away doesn't mean that you will be permanently banned from the palace, child. Now, remember, y'all, from the beginning, they were saying, even though you may sashay away, there's a chance for you to lip sync for your legacy at the end. And guess what, y'all? We kind of found out who's coming back. Now, we got a clue But we're going to find out next week who the person is that was chosen. And they were picked by these three judges: Michelle Visage, T.S. Madison, and Ross Matthews, only because they were here for all, they three were the only ones for all three brackets, even though we've had other guest judges like this week's La Roche. He wasn't here judging all three brackets. So, with that being said, they brought back Miss Angeria Paris Van Michael's child, All-Star 9 winner. If y'all missed All-Star 9, y'all really missed a good series. That was good. I mean,
I love Angeria. Angeria is the best. There's a meme of Angeria in that little weird pink dress that for the ball that she didn't end up wearing, where she looks like a Gumby in a dress. And I'm like, that's how I think we all feel at certain moments of our life. Like I love me some Angeria. Very funny queen.
She's just like a breath of fresh air. You know,
Truly.
she's always pleasant, kind, nice, funny. She's
so funny.
She's so deserving, and I can't wait to see the all winners? What is it called? You said that there's also not Drag Race, not All Stars, but something with all winners.
No, they did one season of All Stars where all the contestants had won previously, so they call it All Winners. Okay. And so everybody would love for them to do it again because obviously, yeah, and I'm sure they will. So yeah, I would love to see Angeria on All Winners for sure. She's like, yeah, it'll be a treat.
Now, does All Winners involve the stuff outside of USA?
Not, I'm trying to remember. Yes, because they had the Vivian, RIP the Vivian. They had the Vivian from the UK on there. Which, now the things have rolled out the way they have, I just have to say, so glad that they did, because we got so much more wonderful television from her before she passed.
Yeah.
So I think that I would imagine that they will make it even more international, but not too much, because they still have global all-stars and they still have like UK versus. So they have all these other franchises now. So we'll see what they do.
Okay. Well, I can't wait for that show because we can do that too, Jeff. Okay. So Angeria Paris Van Michael's child, she is going to deliver us the news as to whom it will be coming forth from being sashayed away from those three judges and their picks. Now, here we go. Now, these heifers are all of the ones that are being considered. Every last one. I think it was 11 folks. 11 of them, right? And first, Ross chose Mistress Isabel Brooks. Then Michelle chose Carrie Colby. And guess who else chose Carrie Colby? T.S. Madison. So now we have two Carrie Colbys and one T.S. Now, Carrie has a better chance of winning because, of course, we had to bring the pit crew up to put the balls in, girl. To put the balls in the what's that thing? You know what that thing is called?
I know it's got a name, but I can't remember what it is.
We have a grinder. Girl, don't get me to think. Anyway, all three balls are in there with their respective names. But like I said, Carrie has what, a 2/3 chance to win?
I hated this whole thing. You blew this whole thing. The way that only two names went in there, absolutely not. You all should have, everyone should have gotten a chance to vote. All the judges. This is so anticlimactic and stupid. The only choices are Carrie Colby and Mistress Isabel. Get out of here. Nope. I think that they took this feature and they ruined it. I think that everybody should have gotten to make a vote. Put in Carson's vote. Put in Rue's vote. Put in make everybody so that you get all kinds of names in there, and then roll it up so that we actually like see who's got a shot. No,
Well,
I just was so underwhelmed by this little feature here. 2 carries and a mistress. Get out of here.
the way you said it, 2 carries and a mistress. What kind of shit is this?
Yeah, no.
Well, I was shocked that Carrie's name was pulled. I didn't think she did as well as some other heifers I saw on that
Tina
list.
Burner needed to go in there.
I was just about to say,
yeah.
why wasn't Tina? Girl, Tina did so much better on what's that called?
Orange
The
bracket
portion, the runway portion, all of those acting and all that. Girl,
I thought for sure Denali was gonna be the one to go back. Yeah, no, they made this real boring. This is a real underwhelm. Wah, wah. You could have made that way more interesting little side game if you're gonna do it, and they just punted it. 2 carries and a mistress. It's not. No, this is not exciting to me at all. I don't care. No offense. I don't care if either one of them come back because they're not gonna win.
Well, with all that being said, Bruno did pick a ball, and at the very end, we could not see who it was because we had to have a little tantalizing moment, So Rue had to borrow Michelle Visage's cell phone and let whoever know she's calling to let whoever know is on the other line that they need to pack their stuff and come on. So we're gonna find out who that is next week, y'all. Yes. What's up? The 18th, 19th, whatever day that is this week. We're gonna find out, y'all. We hope you come back. Now, regarding this whole show today, Mistress being eliminated, Cuckoo last week being eliminated, and now they have a choice of either Carrie or Mistress coming back. Interesting. I think this is the face that we're just looking at like, girl, really?
Yeah.
I think this is how we're all looking when it comes to that. I wasn't as perturbed because you sound real perturbed with that whole process. I wasn't as perturbed, but I just thought Tina Burner should have been in that group. I don't know why Carrie was chosen at all. I didn't see it for her at all.
I just thought it was poor use of a plot mechanism. That's all. It just was weak to me. You're gonna be saying this at every bracket. One of you has a chance to come back, but then it's gonna look like that. No, that's all. I'm just perturbed by the way they executed it. It was very anticlimactic for me.
Yeah. Yeah, girl. Well, that's what happens on Drag Race.
There's always one episode where they choose to do something that I'm very disappointed by. That's just the way it goes.
I was gonna say, this seems like something happens every season.
Yes. Yeah.
That gets our panties in a bunch, child. And we just got the girl just chapped our hide a little bit. It seemed like something, just like with the Anitra and my car is Sophia. Anitra and Sasha, Lux and Mistress. Girl, that was the first time I said, ooh, this is something. And Denali. Didn't Denali admit to stomping off the stage when
she didn't admit to stomping off of it. She said she needed a moment to recollect herself, but the rumor is she stomped off stage and was very unhappy about the way that played out. So,
girl, I heard some people thought Denali should have been coming back. I'm like, nah, I don't think so.
No, I think a lot of people thought she was because of the difference in her hair length during filming Confessionals. Yeah. I think they thought that she came back 9 months later with everybody else. And so that's what I thought. I thought for sure she was the wild card because of just all the little hints and clues. But you know, goes to show you don't know nothing.
And again, Aja's face is how
Right.
we are feeling and thanking, girl. Thank you, Aja, for that. Now, next week, y'all, they're supposed to lip sync for their life, and we gonna get our life watching. Oh, yes, ma'am. I can't wait for that. Do you have anything else to say about this episode?
No, I think I said it all.
Y'all, thanks again for tuning in. We appreciate you. We're going to come back again next week with the wrap up of RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars Season 10. That'll be episode 12, the finale. And before we go, we're going to find out where we can find Miss Erin when she ain't talking with me, either about Drag Race or Selling Sunset, or that's on Netflix. That should be coming back soon. Or also Orange County. We're going to come back later on today with that, y'all. Season 19, episode 1. Yeah, what's going on with you, man? Where can we find you?
You can find me at Instagram and Threads, psychic_ELB, psychic Erin Boyd on Facebook. Hit me up in the DMs if you would like to get a psychic reading.
All right, y'all, don't forget that. Thanks again for tuning in, and thanks. Don't forget to come back for our Orange County Season 19, Episode 1 live review. Bye, y'all.